Hey, good afternoon, sports fans. It is November 8th, 2016 in the Bull Oceanic League, and we're bringing you live Wellington Dukes at the Christchurch Christians. This is the last game before the All-Star break. The All-Star game, of course, coming up November 10th. That's just in 2 days. The teams have already been announced, but the rosters are not quite available yet. All right, so let's get down to business. Christchurch sitting in first place of the New Zealand division. They're in a good spot coming into the halfway point. Tonight, the starting pitcher for Christchurch will be Oddone Colonna, who's 2-1 on the season. 32 strikeouts in 32.1 innings pitched. He's holding an ERA of just 1.11. He's only allowed 4 earned runs this season. He's having an incredible start to the year. Pitching for the Wellington Dukes, we have tonight John Russell, their top starter. He's got an impressive 2.25 ERA. He's gone 2-3 on the season. And his he's gone 2-3 on the season. He's had a pretty good time out as well. Sitting in the number 1 spot for the Dukes. All right, so let's get down to business. We've got Wellington leading off. Wellington's leading off the hitting today with Pungcho Lee, their shortstop, who came over from the Bull League. And followed by Campbell, third baseman, hitting just 125. Lee's, of course, in a better spot, hitting 314 on the season. And John Kerr in the third spot, designated hitter. We've got new addition Michel D'Argent, the Canadian, batting cleanup, right field. He has no prior experience in the Oceanic League. He's coming over from Jacksonville Ravens, where he had an impressive 211 batting average, 4 home runs, 19 RBIs, 4 steals, and a handful of runs and hits to match that. Esme Stewart, who will be, we are hearing he is going to the All-Star game, the second baseman, batting 232 this year. In the 6th spot, we've got Bridges, James Bridges. He's batting 119 this year, just 8 hits in 67 at-bats, with a handful of runs and 4 RBIs. Jacques Valentinois, sitting in the number 7 spot, the left fielder. He's a switch hitter, a valuable addition, especially against the left-handed Colonna. Valentinois is batting 188 on the season. He's got a homer, 7 RBIs, 13 hits, and 8 walks, and 69 at-bats. First baseman today will be Douglas Hamilton. Alexander Douglas Hamilton, just batting 0.77. He's having a dreadful start to the year, but he is platooning with Arthur Wellesley, the Duke of Wellington, who will be backing him up at the first base position. He's the designated substitute for first base. And number 9 spot, the catcher, Charles Bowclark, batting a dreadful 0.37. This Wellington team really has had a tough time getting their hitting going. They've relied heavily on their pitching to get things going, and as you can see from their record, their pitching isn't doing an incredible job for them either. Wellington's 11-12 on the season. Christchurch Christians sitting at the top of the division, 16-7. We'll go through the Christchurch batting lineup. They've got Saavedra, Estevan Saavedra, the second baseman, leading off. He's been hitting 200 this year. He's only on his 6th game. They've been making a lot of lineup changes over in the Christchurch lineup. Giovanni Di Medici, batting .213. He's in the second slot. 20 hits on the year. He's leading the team with hits, having an impressive start to the year. His brother also plays for the team, however, he's not in the lineup today. We've got Pacheco batting third. The catcher, Jorge Pacheco, batting .360 this year with a couple of home runs, a couple of RBIs, 9 hits and 25 at-bats. He's having a pretty good start as well. Asato Matsumoto has come over from the Bull League as well. He's completed 4 games in the Oceanic League. He's batting .385 in that short period of time. 5 hits and 13 at-bats. An impressive 4 home runs and 7 RBIs. We're looking for big bats from Asato Matsumoto, who is already among the team leaders in both RBIs and home runs, and he's only played 4 games. He's the real powerhouse that Christchurch has been depending on to win their games for them the last few games. Designated hitter today is going to be Matt Weehee. He's batting .195 with a home run and 4 RBIs. Carvalho in the shortstop slot, batting 6th. He's hitting .313 on the season. He's having an impressive year as well. Jonathan Carvalho with 6 runs, 5 walks, 3 RBIs, 10 hits, and 32 at-bats. Jason Marriott, first baseman. He's in the number 7 slot, hitting .232. Again, a lot of these averages don't sound like much, and when you compare them to Major League Baseball or the Bull Baseball League, they're not. However, keeping in mind the team averages are quite low in the New Zealand and Australian Oceanic League. .232 is about the average for the top team. Christchurch's team batting average is only .221. It's 3rd in the New Zealand division, whereas Wellington's really struggling. They're 7th in the New Zealand division with a team average of .184. Yesterday's game, we should round out the lineup there. Batting 8th is John St. John, left fielder, hitting .174, and the number 9 slot is Michael St. Michael, the center fielder, batting .205. He's got a couple of home runs and 6 RBIs on the year as well. He is striking out like a madman, however. All right, so we're going to get underway. Just talk briefly about yesterday's game as the first pitches take place. Yesterday's game, Christchurch beat Wellington 1-0. That was a very closely matched game for most of the innings. Christchurch managed to score a run late in the 9th, putting them ahead 1-0. However, as we mentioned, it was a tight game throughout the 9 innings yesterday. Churchill was pitching for Wellington, and he did 7 innings. Sandoval did 7 for Christchurch. Got Colonna taking the hill for Christchurch tonight. It is 2-1 record, as we mentioned. Hung-Cho Lee at bat, and first pitch of the game is a strike at the knees. As we were saying, Oddone Colonna, 2-1 on the season. He does have quite a bit of movement on his pitches. He's rated to be a neutral pitcher. The hitters take him into the air and get a lot of ground balls off him, so it's a fairly even split. And there's a pitch out, hit out to center field. He's got a bit of contact there. Michael St. Michael hurries in to make the catch. Corporal Campbell steps up to the plate, and his first pitch is hit out to center field. That'll bounce in for a hit, And he takes first base on a bit of a hopper there. Dropped in just past the shortstop, Carvalho, and we've got a man on base for Wellington with one out. So Torquil Campbell, not known for his speed, on the first base bag, while John Kerr comes up to hit for the third slot there. One out, one on, and let's see how Colonna does here. Colonna sets up, checks on Campbell, kicks and deals, and it's inside for a ball. I don't know. Kerr really is a bit of a patient hitter. You'd be deceived by his batting average of 185, but he's able to use some of that patience. He showed some flashes of it yesterday during the game against Christchurch yesterday. He was able to. He did strike out swinging in his first at bat. In the fourth, he did ground out, hit one to second base. He had a really long at bat in the top of the sixth, several foul balls, but finally ground out to shortstop. And here's a strike pitch by Colonna, and that'll be strike one. Counts 1-1. Throw back to first, doesn't get Campbell. Marriott was pulled off the bag, the first baseman. And Colonna checks the signs, fires it in. A check swing by Kerr, and he held it. That'll be 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1 pitch coming up from Colonna, and it misses for ball 3. Colonna from the stretch, the 3-1 pitch, strike 2 called, and it's a full count. Campbell leading off first. Won't be straying too far from that bag. The pitch, Kerr swings, and it's gone foul behind the catcher. And that's quickly done over to third, and that'll be the inning as a 5-4-3 double play. Kerr bats right, hits a zinger right to third base, and that's going to retire the side. Over to the the bottom of the first. Christchurch will take the plate. The batting order will be Saavedra with Di Medici on deck and Pacheco in the hole. Taking the mound now, we have John Russell, the right-hander. As we were saying, 2-3 on the season, 32 innings. 35 strikeouts in those 32 innings. With an ERA of 2.25, he's let up 8 earned runs on the season. And that's just twice as many as Oddone Colonna from the Christians. Saavedra settles into the batter's box. Russell's 4th in the New Zealand League in strikeouts. And he winds up, fires one to the outside corner. That'll be strike 1. So Russell's throwing early strikes. Saavedra's going to use some of that patience. Chopper over to third base and quickly over to first, retiring the leadoff hitter for the Christians, Saavedra. Campbell had no trouble fielding that one. Giovanni Di Medici, the third baseman for Christchurch, takes the plate. And this is a very slow bunt to first baseman. He manages to get on base on that one. He had to run around the first baseman who was fielding it. Douglas Hamilton came right in on a very slow roller. And that's one on base for Christchurch with a bunted hit. So one down, Di Medici on first base. He's a bit of a speed threat. He can run. Not known for too many steals. We'll see what the Christians managers come up, or coaches come up with for play here. But one out, one on, and we've got Jorge Pacheco, the catcher, coming up to bat now. Not a lot known about these Bull Oceanic League pitchers, as Russell fires the first to try to catch Medici, who's able to get back with no trouble. It is the inaugural Oceanic League season, and we've got, other than the odd Bull League player from the regular Bull League on the rosters, we don't have a lot of information about these players. Very young teams, very young players in the Oceanic League, many of them under 25, playing college and high school in Australia and New Zealand. They're looking towards their first big chance at professional ball, even though it is a short season, 50-game season here in the Oceanic League. They're all looking for potential championships at this level, or perhaps to go on to the Bull League for the next season or two. Russell stretches, check to the runner, kicks and deals, and this will be a knee-high pitch to the outside corner strike. That'll push the count up to 0-1. Still one out. 0-1 pitch, swung on, topped, foul, behind the plate. And there goes the runner. He's done. He's out at second base. Medici tried to steal second on that one. However, the pitch was a little bit late coming in, missed upstairs. Bo Clark, the catcher for Wellington, is now gunned down 4 of 7 base stealers on the season. And Di Medici goes back to the dugout. So Pacheco now, 2 out, the 1-2 count, no runners. The pitch goes in, that one's fouled off behind home plate. Russell digs in, fires, and that splitter will miss low and away. That's a 2-2. That brings the count up to 2-2. Russell looks in. Ball 3. Loaded count. Pacheco fouls off the next pitch. And that one's out to center field. Caught. That'll be caught by Bridges, and that'll retire the side. So, 3 up, 3 down for the Christians. After briefly getting a runner on, he is thrown out on an attempt to steal second base. Both teams have just 1 hit as we move into the top of the second. Colonna mound as the Christians settle into their positions around the field. And Michel D'Argent, the right fielder for the Wellington Dukes, he takes the batter's box. Next up after him will be Esme Stewart in the batter's circle, and Bridges in the hole. Colonna fires it in there, swing and a miss. That'll be strike 1. Colonna does have an impressive fastball. As evidenced by his 32 strikeouts this year. That next pitch misses outside as he throws a changeup. D'Argent waiting for the right pitch. He gets another one. A little bit high, that'll be ball 2. That one comes in, it's fired way out to left, however, not deep enough. That'll be an easy catch for Jean St. John as the D'Argent is retired. It looked like it had a little bit of gumption on it. 98-mile-an-hour pitch was fired up quite high though. Esme Stewart, the second batter, in the top of the second. With 1 out, Colonna winds up and fires one in there. Looks like a low ball 1. That one's fired out to left field, and that'll be caught by St. John as well. That line drive didn't have enough juice on it to get over St. John. And that's 2 up, 2 down. The left-handed batter, James Bridges, up in the 6th slot, center fielder, batting 119 on the season. Colonna winds up. Here's the pitch, and it's a strike. That one's fouled off. The 0-1 pitch fouled off behind home plate. That one's a little wide, and looks like it was a little bit low. So 1-2 is the count, with 2 out. Bridges at bat, and now it'll be a little bit too low. Count to 2-2. Fouled off behind home plate. As Colonna fires in a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Here's the next pitch. Colonna, ball 3. And that brings the count full. That one's fouled off into the box seats behind home plate. And that's it. The 4th ball comes in. Bridges with the walk. That is his 12th walk this season. See what the Dukes can make out of it with 2 down. Valentin Waugh comes up to bat, the left fielder, batting just 188 this year. And the throw over to first. Doesn't get to Bridges in time. He's back to the plate. Bridges with quite a bit of speed. However, it's unlikely that the Dukes are going to try any small ball here. It's too early in the game with 2 outs. There's not a lot they can do. There's strike 1 on Valentin Waugh. And the throw back to first again, keeping Bridges honest. Colonna stretches the pitch, high, a ball, and that'll be 1-1. Swing and a miss, and that'll be strike 2 for Valentin Waugh. Not known as a heavily patient pitcher, or excuse me, hitter. And that's it. Strike 3, a called strike. He looks at it go past his knees. 3 up and 3 down. Bridges as the Dukes leave a runner on base. That'll bring up Christchurch for the bottom of the second. Back on the mound, John Russell. At bat, Matsumoto, right fielder, another export from the Bull League. Batting .385 with a handful of homers, 4 home runs in 4 games. And this first pitch is taken foul behind home plate. Russell winds up. That one swung on, fouled again, straight back by Matsumoto. He's really he's making contact. He's putting some wood on those balls. That should make the Dukes defense pretty nervous. And he's looking at a third strike as Matsumoto goes down on a strikeout. That'll bring up Weehee and Carvalho now moving to the on-deck circle. Designated hitter Matt Weehee faces off against John Russell here, batting just .195 with 1 homer and 4 RBIs. Russell winds and fires low with a curveball. That'll go for the first ball. And that looks like another one low. That was called a strike, so that's 1-1 on a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Russell delivers. Strike 2 called. That's settling in. And here's the next one. It's hit high chopper to center. However, looks like Bridges is able to come in and grab that one. Puts the squeeze on a shallow fly ball to center. And that retires Carvalho coming up. Marriott on deck. Jonathan Carvalho batting .313 this year. No home runs, 3 RBIs. And that's the first pitch. Looks like Russell delivers. Curveball missing low. Next pitch fired right in there, and that'll be ball 2. Fouled off. 2-0 pitch. Russell winds up. Looks like ball 3. Two out with a 3-1 count. Carvalho will take his base on a low ball 4 pitch, and we'll now get a chance to see Marriott. Jason Marriott, first baseman, stepping into the batter's box. Carvalho is a threat to steal again with 2 outs. I'm not sure how much Christchurch is going to press the base running. First pitch to Marriott looks like it goes wide. Count goes to 0-1. 2 out, 1 on. That one's fouled off. And the count moves up to 0-2. That one misses low. Marriott takes ball 2 on that pitch. It's 2-2 count with 2 out. And that one misses low. So now we've got a full count with a runner on first. We'll see him going. Strike 3! Strike 3. And he's out. Moving into the top of the third now, Wellington coming up to bat with Douglas Hamilton, Beauclerk, and Lee. First pitch from Colonna, deep to left, but that'll be played out by left fielder John St. John. So that's a fly out to left. Douglas Hamilton is retired. The catcher, Charles Beauclerk, batting 9th in the order. And he takes one. Looks like he takes a ball low. Ball 1. Ball on Oddone Colonna, throws that one high. That'll be ball 2. Beauclerk showing unusual patience. The 037 batter. Not had a lot of success getting on base this year, and there he is, grounding out the shortstop. Carvalho fields it easily, scooping it and retiring the catcher, Beauclerk. Puncho Lee stepping up to the plate, the first in the lineup, rather, batting .306. On the season, he was 0 for 1 so far today. He went 0 for 3 yesterday, but he did have a walk. Managed to leave 2 runners on base. He's hitting a little bit of a slump. And Colonna throws a slider a little bit low. That'll be ball 1. Grounded along the first base line. That's easily handled by Marriott, and that's 3 up 3 down. Moving to the bottom of the 3rd. Christchurch will have Jean St. Jean at the bottom of the order, Michael St. Michael, and then back to the top of the lineup with Saavedra, the second baseman. John Russell still throwing well. 2 strikeouts in 2 innings. And that one's fouled off. First pitch fouled off behind home plate. Russell throws that one inside, brushing St. John off the plate a little bit. That'll move the count up to 1-1. Next pitch hit hard by St. John. That will drop into center, but not drop. It's caught in a shallow center fly as Bridges has to move in to make the catch. That'll bring up Michael St. Michael, the center fielder for Christchurch Christians. He steps in against Russell. And that one's low and away for ball 1. Wind up, delivery, and that'll be strike 1. As St. Michael is caught looking at it. The next pitch misses outside. With the check swing, that'll make it 2-1, 1 out. St. Michael grounds one to second, an easy play over to first. Stewart was able to reel it in, and solid throw, didn't miss its mark. Estevan Saavedra stepping in, the second baseman. Base is empty, 2 out. The windup, the pitch from the pitch to Saavedra, high for ball 1. And that'll be a low ball 2. Russell having trouble throwing strikes today, although he does have 2 strikeouts on the game. There it misses again for ball 3. So 3-0 count with 2 out. Russell working with the count here. There he's fired one in, called strike on an 88-mile-an-hour fastball. Saavedra launches that one deep to center. That'll fall in right at the track. Caught again by the center fielder, Bridges. Right at the track, and that's 3 down. Moving to the top of the 4th, Wellington brings up Torkel Campbell, Duke of Argyll, Jonathan Kerr on deck, and Michel D'Argent in the hole. Torkel Campbell, the third baseman, 1 for 1 today. Desperately trying to improve his 137 average. And the first pitch from Colonna, sliders for strike 1. That'll be fastball in there for strike 2. Colonna on the warpath Add to his K count. That one will miss wide for change up low and outside for a ball. And that one comes high and tight with another fastball. That'll move the count up to 2-2. Torkel had to duck slightly from that 95-mile-an-hour fastball. This one comes in low. That'll take the count up to 3-2. Torkel Campbell walks on the 3-2 pitch as that one misses low. Torkel Campbell not a threat to steal, as we saw from his first hitting hit. John Kerr steps in. And he swung and missed at that slider, 94-mile-an-hour slider. One on, no out. Kerr desperately looking for a solid pitch that he can do something with. That one missed a little too low. 1-1 count. That's low and inside. Another walk would definitely put Wellington in a position of authority here. That one's grounded to third, over to second. Doesn't make the throw to first, so that'll be a base hit for Kerr. Really had to throw the Jets on there to make that hit count. That'll go down as a fielder's choice. As Kerr is retired at, as Campbell's retired at the throw to second. Michel D'Argent comes up to the plate with Kerr on first. And throw high and inside. Count 1-0, 1 out, 1 on. Colonna gets the sign and he throws a strike in there. 95-mile-an-hour strike. 1-1 count with 1 out. Another called strike as D'Argent caught looking. Not sure what kind of an invitation he's looking for to hit these balls. There goes the runner. That's grounded to second. That'll be an easy out. D'Argent's retired on a ground out. Directly at Saavedra. So, Wellington manages to get a base runner, but they're not able to convert. 2 out. Kerr over to second on that last ground out. Esme Stewart, the fifth in the order, up the bat, second baseman, takes his first pitch for. Looks like that was for a strike. 0-1 count, 2 out with Kerr on second. Now in scoring position. The hit from Stewart, grounded out to shortstop, and that'll retire the side. Stewart leaves the runner on second. Christians come up for the bottom of the fourth. DiMedici, Pacheco, and Matsumoto in the order. DiMedici fouls the first pitch off behind home plate. The pitch from Russell. Low and inside for ball 1. 1-1 count. That one looks like it comes inside for ball 2. Russell serves up a pitch, and it looks like DiMedici's able to fly out to second. That was an easy pop-up for Stewart. Snags the throw, or snags the pop-up, and that retires batter number 1. Jorge Pacheco, the catcher, stands at the plate. Wind up the delivery. That's high and outside for a strike. That one's hit out to right field, easily fielded by D'Argent. The 0-1 pitch taken for a fly out. That should bring up Matsumoto. Asato Matsumoto, the power hitter, batting fourth. High and inside. Swung on and missed by Matsumoto in any event. Yesterday's game, Matsumoto was 0 for 1, but he did walk twice. He struck out in his on the other at-bat. Cantu came in to pinch for him, and Giovanni Di Medici swapped spots with him to end up in the right field spot. Oh, 1 pitch. Chopper to shortstop, but that's easily played. And Lee tosses it to Douglas Hamilton for the third out. Leading off the top of the fifth for Wellington, James Bridges, then Valentin Waugh, the left fielder, Douglas Hamilton in the hole. Bridges walked his last at bat. Colonna high outside with a changeup, ball 1. And this pitch, the 1-0 pitch, taken for a strike. Colonna really bringing the heat back up there for that one. 94-mile-an-hour fastball down the pipe. And Bridges swings through that one. Strike 2. Chopper to second on that 1-2 pitch. Easily played. Saavedra to Marriott, tiring Bridges for the first out. That'll bring up Jacques Valentin Waugh. First pitch to Valentin Waugh misses low for ball 1. That one's hit over the head of the third baseman into left field. Valentin Waugh manages to squeeze out a base hit there. St. John hard charging on that chopper over the third baseman. That'll ensure Valentin Waugh just gets the one base out of it. So Valentin Waugh on first with 1 out, bringing up Alexander Douglas Hamilton, the first baseman, who's been platooning this year with Arthur Wellesley, the Duke of Wellington. Throw over to first, keeping Valentin Waugh in check, but he's safe. Here's the pitch from Colonna, and that changeup comes in low for ball 1. Next pitch misses inside, ball 2. Colonna not racking up the strikeouts as he usually does today. Having said that, he's fired in a nice heater there, a 98-mile-an-hour strike. Moving the count to 2-1. Valentin Waugh is a threat to steal. There is just 1 out. We'll see if he makes the try. There's the pitch, strike number 2. Douglas Hamilton out of the box for a moment, and he's back in. The next pitch, strike 3. Douglas Hamilton swings and misses on the 2-2 pitch. That'll bring up Charles Beauclerk, the catcher. Valentin Waugh still on first. That one's fouled off to first base. And that's the first strike on the board. Colonna delivers. Here's the chopper hit by Beauclerk to shortstop. An easy toss over to first, retiring, and Wellington leaves a runner on the bases. Another donut on the scoreboard for Wellington as we move to the bottom of the fifth. Matt Weehee, fifth in the order, the designated hitter, stepping in against John Russell. Chopper down the line, that turns out to be a foul. For strike one. Russell winds up the delivery inside. Check swing, it's a ball. 1-1 count. That one misses low for ball two. Russell winds up, slapped over to second. An easy play for the out. Stewart's really been on fire with his defensive play as well as his .224 batting average. He hasn't been doing much today. He did go 2-3 yesterday against Christchurch. That included a double in the fifth inning. Hit that one off of the pitcher Sandoval. It's a none on, one out pitch. Jonathan Carvalho steps in for Christchurch. John Russell tosses that one in for strike one. Excuse me, low. That's umpires ruled that one a ball. Looks like a strike from the box here. And Russell gets the sign, winds and fires the 1-0 pitch. That'll be ball two. Foul tipped to the right side, and that's bringing the count up to 2-1. Slap down the third base line, over to first, and that'll be out number two. Campbell fields that one. A little bit of a flub, but he still gets it to Carvalho. Excuse me, still gets it to Douglas Hamilton to get Carvalho out. Jason Marriott, the left-handed batter, coming up against Russell. 2-out pitch. And that cutter misses low for ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Strike one. Marriott disagreeing with the home plate umpire, but holds his tongue, does not want to get thrown out of the game. Russell winds up the 1-1 pitch inside corner. The curveball for a strike. That one's no doubt going to disagree with Marriott as well. Chopper over to first, and Douglas Hamilton fields it, takes it to the bag himself. That'll retire the side. Moving to the top of the sixth. Wellington still looking to move ahead in this one. They'd like to even the series with Christchurch having lost yesterday 1-0. Fung Cho Lee will lead off for the Dukes with Torpil Campbell batting second, John Kerr coming up in the third slot. We're back to the top of the Dukes order. Colonna is still going strong for Christians. Colonna misses low. And the next pitch fouled off behind home plate. That one misses low and inside. That changeup, the 1-1 pitch for ball two. Colonna again low and inside, ball three. 93 mile an hour fastball. And that one will miss Ball 4, Lee takes his base, a leadoff walk for the Dukes. That'll bring up Torquil Campbell. The Dukes now have an opportunity to make something out of this play. The man on and no out. Campbell, not one of the strongest hitters on the team, but he does have some hitting ability. And he is 1 for 1 rather today with a walk. The throw over to first doesn't get Lee. Campbell showing bunt, but he pulls back not in time. It's a strike. One pitch. Now the pitch out as Campbell shows bunt again. And they were looking to see if they could catch Lee. Lee did not get the jump. Dukes are really in a position where they're trying to generate a run out of this. Check of the runner, the pitch. Again, Campbell squaring, very high and outside. 2-1. That'll move the count to 2-1. Campbell really trying to lay down the bunt. It's only an average bunter, but any opportunity at all to move Lee to second puts them in a scoring position. And could move the Dukes ahead here. Throw over to Lee, doesn't get him. That one's fouled off to first base side. Counts 2-2. Won't see a bunt now. That one's hit well into the third, between third and short. That'll be good for a base hit as St. John comes in to field it. De Medici was caught out of position there. Or either that or the hit was just a little too hard for him. It does get through the hole on the left side. So 2 on, none out as Kirk comes up to bat. Fouled off behind home plate. Wellington in a position now they can really take advantage of this situation with 2 on. One of their fastest runners, even a single could do it if Kerr was able to single to the opposite field. That is Matsumoto out there in right field, and he does have a pretty strong arm. The 0-1 pitch swung on, fouled back by Kerr. Making contact, but not just not enough contact there. Colonna shaking off the sign, gets one he likes. That one's fouled off. That one slider outside. That'll be the first ball this at bat. And another one fouled off. The 1-2 pitch taken behind home plate. Colonna stretches in there, and that one's up the middle for a base hit to center field. That'll bring in Lee. Campbell moves to second. Kerr with an RBI single right up the pipe to center field. St. Michael caught a little bit too deep on that one. And the Wellington Dukes score the first run of the game. Here at the top of the 6th, still no out, 2 on. Michel D'Argent, who's got a little bit of power to his swing, steps in against Oddone Colonna. Here's the pitch. And he lays off of that fastball, which misses low for ball 1. Michel D'Argent looking for the right pitch. See if he can move along some of these runners and perhaps get another run batted in. And the 1-0 pitch, strike 1. Colonna really falling behind here. He's on pace to have a strikeout per inning, but he's really not hitting that goal this game. Allowed 4 hits and a run, and he's walked three batters, only struck out 2. 1-1 pitch to D'Argent is fouled to the left side. Medici not there in time. Foul behind home plate. Count still 1-2. 2 on, none out. You're in the top of the 6th. Chopper up to second. That's 1 down as D'Argent grounds to second base. That'll move the runners along, so a bit of a sack grounder. Campbell will move to third. Kerr moves to second. And Esme Stewart, a 224 batter, moves up to the plate. 1 out. 2 runners in scoring position as Wellington looks to capitalize on what is turning out to be a productive inning. Looks like Stewart's getting the free pass to first base, loading him up. They're looking to get at Bridges and hope for a double play, I think. Bridges, not a strong contact hitter. Esme Stewart, a fast runner at any rate. So base is loaded with 1 out. James Bridges steps in, the lefty. And he's taking the first pitch. That one is, gets in there for a strike. 93-mile-an-hour fastball. 0-1 pitch. That misses the plate outside. A little bit too far for the left-handed batter Bridges to reach. Bring the count to 1-1. And that one's hit up the middle, caught by the center fielder. Campbell does make it home. So a sac fly from Bridges, scoring Campbell. Kerr's frozen at second. Stewart stays at first. But Campbell is not a very fast runner, was able to make it, even though that was a bit of a short popped up to center field. Valentine Waugh stepping in, 2 on, 2 out, as Wellington has managed to score 2 runs this inning. And the first pitch missing low. Excuse me, that's made the strike zone. That'll be strike 1. Valentine Waugh swings at a slider. Trying to chop a tree down with that swing. Kerr on second base, Stewart on first. Both incredibly fast runners. A single would probably score one of them again. That one misses low and outside. Colonna really trying to pitch his way out of a jam here. 2 on, 2 out. And Christchurch has fallen behind by 2 runs. And that one's fouled off. Strike 3, and that will retire Valentine Waugh. And the Wellington Dukes, who are able to put 2 runs on the board. John St. John, Michael St. Michael, and Saavedra coming up for Christchurch. John Russell still pitching strong for Wellington. Bit of a ground ball pitcher. That suits the Wellington defense quite well. Got some very good defenders here, especially on the left side. Corporal Campbell, the third baseman, and Feng Cho Lee at shortstop. Very highly rated defenders. Valentine Waugh out in left field as well. However, Jean St. Jean, the left-handed batter, more likely to pull things to the right. He steps into the plate. First pitch. Strike on a cutter, letter high, outside corner. That'll be strike 1. Russell winds up, hits one up the middle. That'll make it out of the infield and into center field. Jean St. Jean. That one split the shortstop and second baseman. Neither of them were able to get it, as it flew right into, chopped right into center fielder. Bridges was able to keep that to just a base hit. John St. John at first. None out. Michael St. Michael, bottom of the order, now batting. And that's ball 1 from John Russell. The 1-0 pitch taken low, ball 2. Russell really trying to pitch around St. Michael here. Doesn't want to add any more runners to the bases, but it could end up happening if he's not able to start throwing strikes. There's a strike at the knees. That'll bring the count to 2-1. A high pop up there. Looks like it's going to come in approximately first base. That'll hold the first base runner. Looks like a strong wind from center. Blew that one back in anyway. At any rate, that's 1 down, and the runner's not able to capitalize. 2-1 pitch was popped up high. Infield. Esteban Saavedra stepping in, the second baseman. 1 down and 1 on. Fouls that one behind home plate. And the next pitch, a cutter, missing low. 1-1 count. Saavedra looking for the right one. Russell fires it in there, line drive, but that one's down the left field line. Foul. And that shot's taken to the right side, foul. Count remains 1-2. Douglas Hamilton did try to give chase to that one. Not able to grab it. This cutter lands in the dirt. 2-2 count now. 1 on, 1 out. And this one's hit high up to center. St. John will not be able to produce another base out of that one. He's held at first as Saavedra flies out to Bridges in center field. 2 down. Giovanni Di Medici stepping in. Third baseman. 1 for 2 tonight. Russell hurls it in, and that's a cutter for strike 1. Medici's glancing at that one. Whizzing by, clocked in at 90 miles an hour. The next throw from Russell. Swing and a miss at a curveball. That'll bring the count to 0-2. 1 strike away from moving on to the 7th inning. That splitter taken for a ball. 1-2 count. The next pitch missing inside, high and tight. Bringing the count to 2-2. Chopper into right field from Di Medici. That'll hit the wall, moving the runners right around, and St. John going for home. He makes it. A base hit, an RBI double from Di Medici. He slammed that one into right center. Nobody was able to grab that one until it bounced off the wall. So an RBI double for Di Medici, who's now standing on second base. Christchurch scoring their first run. Pacheco up to bat, the catcher. Di Medici on second. Still 2 out. Russell not too nervous just yet. First pitch, ball 1. Missing low. This one, the 1-0 pitch fouled off behind the plate. Russell's been struggling to get strikeouts as well. He's normally an average of 1 strikeout an inning. He's just hit 2 strikeouts this game. So a lot of these outs are coming on ground outs and fly outs. The 1-1 pitch to Pacheco. Swung on and missed. And Russell fires one in there for a low ball. 2. And this one's knocked over to right. This will be caught easily by D'Argent, who takes his Bull League experience, grabs that one without much of a problem. So, Christchurch on the scoreboard. Now 2-1 for Wellington as the home team answers. We'll move into the top of the 7th. Alexander Douglas Hamilton will take the plate. Bo Clark, the catcher, on batter circle, or on deck, and Lee in the hole. We've got Oddone Colonna still pitching for Christchurch. He will probably make it to the 8th inning. He is quite a he's got quite the stamina, that pitcher. And the first pitch from Colonna, high and inside. Ball 1. And Colonna delivers again, ball 2. That one will miss. Douglas Hamilton applying some patience. This one right down the pipe. Fastball, strike, call for a called strike. A 2-0 pitch, and Douglas Hamilton just watches it sail by. 2-1 count, no out, fouled off behind the plate. This one upstairs and inside with a fastball. This will be a full count. The payoff pitch, and Douglas Hamilton swings and misses that fastball, and he's been retired. 96-mile-an-hour fastball. Got Douglas Hamilton, to be honest, not a hard batter to fool. Charles Bo Clark coming up there, the 034 hitter. He's really rethinking his baseball career. Might go back into Aussie rules football or cricket. First pitch for a strike. Colonna delivering a 0-1 pitch for a swinging strike on that fastball. 0-2 count, 1 down. And that's another one. Caught him looking. Bo Clark, second strikeout in a row this inning for Colonna. We move to the top of the order with Pung Cho Lee. We'll try and generate something with 2 outs here at the top of the 7th. Lee 0-2 today, but he does have a run. He managed to make it on base in the last inning. And score. 0-1 pitch fouled off. And this one's high pop up. The catcher will be able to grab this one. Lee is retired. 3 up, 3 down. And we move to the 7th inning stretch. Christchurch preparing their next 3. Matsumoto, Weehee, and Carvalho next in the order. John Russell still pitching for Wellington. Matsumoto hitless today. Takes the first pitch, pops up to the left side, but that's into the stands. Matsumoto did strike out earlier today, one of Russell's 2 strikeouts. That cutter misses high and inside. 1-1 pitch, too far away. That'll be ball 2. And Matsumoto fouls that one off. 2-2 count with none out. That curveball goes wide for ball 3. Full count. High and inside, that misses as well. Matsumoto walking down to first to take the base. And that's the second walk issued by Russell tonight. That'll bring up Matt Weehee. 0-2 on the evening. Matsumoto, bit of a base runner. Doesn't have a lot of speed, but he's able to read the pitches and read the pitchers. And he's got a little bit of a stealing ability to him. We'll see if he's able to translate that Bull League base stealing into Oceanic League base stealing. One on, nobody out. Runners checked, splitter for a strike at the knees. Strike one on Weehee. And that one will be inside for ball one. One count. Russell checks the runner. That pitch goes outside. And the pitch swung on. Line shot down toward deep right. It's a long run for D'Argent, but this one will be fouled off into the seats. 2-2 count. Matsumoto sets up again at first. Chopper to short, over to second. Makes it to first for the double play. And that's that Wellington defense we've been telling you about. They really do have some great infield defense. That was an easy double play as Weehee was grounded out to Punctual Lee. So the 6-4-3 double play brings up Jonathan Carvalho. 2 out. Now no runners on. First pitch is fouled off behind the plate. Oh, 1's the count. Russell winds up, and that one's struck foul as well. So now we're up to 0-2. Chopper over to Lee, who fields it over to Douglas Hamilton, and that retires the side. Wellington still protecting their 2-1 lead, retiring Christchurch in the bottom of the 7th. The Dukes will get another chance to pad that score, hopefully with a couple of insurance runs here at the top of the 8th. Torkel Campbell will lead off the 8th, followed by John Kerr and Michel D'Argent. Oddone Colonna still pitching for Christchurch. 5 strikeouts in 7 innings. He managed to get notch up 2 more in the last inning, so his manager's still thinking he's got the stuff to make it through the rest of the game. Uncle Campbell, 2 hits and 2 at-bats with a walk. He's really having a great game today, improving his average. That first pitch goes wide for ball 1. Colonna winds up. This one's hit down the right field side. Matsumoto's in there to grab it. That'll retire Campbell to lead off the 8th inning. Matsumoto really had to fire up the Jets. It was a headlong dive for that ball. How that missed him, Campbell could easily have had a double or even a triple on. John Kerr stepping into the plate. 1 down. He's 1 for 3 on the evening with an RBI. Colonna winding up. Here's the pitch, and that ball misses low. Next pitch inside with a fastball, however, that'll miss as well. 2-0 is the count. Colonna fires this one low. Ball 3. Kerr in a good spot here. Could easily take a base with a patient pitch, and this one's going to be a strike. That fastball, 94-mile-an-hour fastball right down the pipe. Kerr was a little too patient with that one. This one misses inside. Kerr's going to take a base. So 1 out with a base runner on first. Michel D'Argent now up to the plate. Colonna's given up 5 walks today. Kerr does have quite a bit of speed to him. D'Argent looking to get a base hit, could easily move Kerr into third, or possibly even an RBI base hit. He does have the Jets, depending where he ends the ball. And this shot lined over to left field, however, that'll go foul. John St. John not able to grab it. And the pickoff throw back to first. Not in time. Kerr easily back to first base with that one. 0-1 count, 1 out. Runner on first. The pitch to D'Argent. Cut on and missed. That'll be strike 2. And another pickoff throw over to first. Kerr is back quite easily. Colonna with the pitch. Check swing. Held in time. That's ball 1, but Pacheco fires the first on a bad throw. The ball goes into right field. Catcher gets an error on that one. Kerr easily moving into second. So runner back in scoring position for Wellington. Now a 1-2 count to D'Argent. This one misses. Low and inside. This is not the position that Colonna wants to be in with a runner on second. Now missing his strike zone. Not able to get D'Argent to swing at that fastball. It was just too low and inside. So the 2-2 count with 1 out. Runner on second. Colonna winds up. Fires this one low. Ball 3. And this one misses high and outside. D'Argent gets the free pass to first. We've got runners on first and second. That'll bring up Esme Stewart, second baseman. 0-2 tonight, but batting .224 on the year. Stewart was 2 for 3 yesterday against Christchurch, including that 5th inning double we mentioned earlier. Kerr on second, D'Argent on first, Stewart at the plate. Just 1 out. Colonna with the stretch, the pitch, low and outside for ball 1. That one's a chopper over the second baseman into right field. That'll bring in Kerr for the run and moving D'Argent over to third. So Stewart brings one in with a single. Wellington now well ahead, 3-1. And that's just the insurance run that Wellington was looking for. Christchurch has a dangerous lineup coming up. They will see Matsumoto again before the end of the game, I imagine. Matsumoto is a risk. He's got 4 home runs in 4 games. He's could easily bring in another run for Christchurch, especially if they end up with a runner on base. James Bridges, the center fielder, at the plate. And the first pitch from Colonna, inside with a fastball. Ball 1. 1 out, 2-1. Colonna, and that one misses the catcher. He fumbles the ball. It's a wild pitch. That'll be scored as a wild pitch, but it was a close one. The catcher probably could have had that one. Anyway, the runners move to third and second. D'Argent now at third. Stewart now at second. And that'll be 2-0 on the count. Bridges takes the walk with first base open. That'll load the bases to bring up Valentin Roy. I think they're looking again for the force play. Conference on the mound, and it looks like they're going to pull out Colonna, bringing in Ania Piccolomini, a right-hander who's 2-0 in the season, 8 strikeouts in 9 innings. He's managed to hold opposing teams to no runs, so he's only let up 4 hits in those 9 innings. A little bit early for a closer like that. Definitely the kind of pitcher you want to bring in when you have the lead, but I think they're trying to stop the trickle of runs that Wellington's able to score today. Charles Bourbon, the pinch hitter, stepping in now. Holding the right fielder and left fielder, sometime right fielder and left fielder. He went 0-2 yesterday in the leadoff position, but he did have 2 walks. And the first pitch from Piccolomini is a sinker for ball 1. So bases loaded, 1 out here in the top of the 8th. Bourbon batting 185 on the year. He slams that one into center fielder. The runners are holding. The tag up from third. That'll bring in D'Argent for a run. So the sac fly from Bourbon manages to score D'Argent from third base. Stewart and Bridges have to hold. It's a head-first slide, but not that close. D'Argent was well safe to play. Alexander Douglas Hamilton, the first baseman, the platooning first baseman, now up to bat against Piccolomini as Wellington takes a 3-run lead here. Go for 3 today, Douglas Hamilton. Check of the runners, the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. Piccolomini hits the knees with a sinker. That's going to be called a strike as well. Looked a little low from the box up here. 0-2 pitch with 2 out. 1. Stewart looking for any chance to get to third.
Strike 3!
Strike 3. Piccolomini strikes out Douglas Hamilton. That'll retire the side, leaving 2 runners on. But Wellington's able to score 2 runs in the top of the 8th. Really padding their score. 4-1 is the score as we move to the bottom of the 8th. Christchurch Christians will bring up Marriott, John St. John, and Michael St. Michael. John Russell still in for Wellington on the mound here in the bottom of the 8th. Jason Marriott, the first baseman, 0-2 tonight, will lead it off for the Christians. And the windup, the pitch, line down to left, but that'll be a foul. As Bourbon, who's now in left field, chases it down. Bourbon's not as strong a left fielder as Valentin Roy, but still quite good. The 0-1 pitch, Marriott fouls that one off, hitting the backstop behind the home plate. Another foul over to left field. No balls, 2 strikes. And Russell winding up, serving up ball 1 to Jason Marriott, and moving the count to 1-2. Jason will take that one low, ball 2. Swung on the next pitch, chopped behind home plate. 2-2 count. Another foul ball. Russell lining up. Here's a chopper out to left field, but Bourbon is there in time. The 2-2 pitch was sent high in the air. It was a bit shallow, close to the line. Bourbon was able to grab that one and hold on, tumbling on the play, holding on to the ball. Not a very fast pitch from the pitcher John Russell, 69-mile-an-hour pitch. Marriott was not able to get that one to go further. So it's John St. John batting 8th. He's up next against Russell. Russell surprisingly falling behind on his strikeout count here. He really was at the top of the team on strikeouts. He's very likely not going to be there much longer if he has too many more games like this. 2 strikeouts on the day. 0-1 count. Here comes the pitch inside for ball 1. Joe St. John fouls it behind home plate. A high chopper, that'll make it into center field, and John St. John's on the second base hit of the day. That one just over the head of Lindsay, second baseman. So 1 out, the runner on first. Michael St. Michael, bottom of the order, now up. St. Michael fouls that one back to the screen. 0-1 count. And another tipped foul to the left side. St. Michael swinging at pretty much anything coming his way. The 0-2 count, that one's fouled off. And another foul. So that's four swings in a row, all fouled off. Michael St. Michael really digging in to try and do something to close that gap between the Dukes and the Christians. And here's a high fly ball. Center field St. John will have to go back to first. He won't be able to tag up on that one. Bridges has a bit of a rocket for an arm, so the put out is done. The runner cannot advance. Charles Lennox now coming in to pitch for Wellington. And we're going to check the line on Lennox. Not a lot of innings pitched so far this year. The closer's got an ERA of 1.13. In 7 games, he's got a 1-0 record with 4 saves. So it looks like they're going to bring in the closer early to grab that 5th save, perhaps. So 2 out here in the bottom of the 8th. Charles Lennox now pitching the right-hander. Estevan Saavedra, the leadoff hitter, will come up to the plate with 2 out, and St. John on first. Still looking for the first hit of the game, Saavedra. He was 0 for 2 yesterday. A little walk, he left the runner on base. As well, that first pitch from Lennox way outside. Saavedra, his average dropping massively in this 2-game series. He's now batting 167. He was batting 200 going into yesterday. Excuse me, finishing out yesterday, so going into today. Fastball taken knee high, inside corner for a strike. That'll be 1 ball, 1 strike. That one high and away for ball 2. Lennox winds up. 2-1 pitch, low for ball 3. The unfortunate if Lennox was to put another runner on, that's really not what Wellington's looking for right now, to risk a 2 or a 3-run home run with Matsumoto coming up. Yeah, but he manages to walk Saavedra. That'll move St. John over to second, Saavedra to first, and DiMedici coming up now. The third baseman is 2 for 3 today. Does have a run batted in. It'll be interesting to see what they do with the 2-out situation here. Lennox, a chopper to short, over to second for the forced play, and that brings the side, retires the side. We'll move into the top of the 9th. The Dukes back to the plate. (4-1) Dukes, top of the 9th. Frank De La Rovere will take the mound for Christchurch. Leading off for Wellington Dukes will be the catcher, Bull Clark. 0-3 on the day. Followed by Puncto Lee, Torkel Campbell. He's had a phenomenal game today, 2 for 3 with a run scored. Frank Delarovere for Christchurch. The line on him 0-0 with a .79 ERA. Struck out 12 in 11.1 innings. 6 saves on the season. Beauclerk up to bat. Delarovere winds and delivers, and this one will hit the strike zone at the knees for strike 1. Here's the 0-1 count from the pitch from to Beauclerk. Fastball, strike 2. Delarovere, no decisions. He's been consistently in the save situations for his 9 games. He's managed 6 saves. An impressive .79 ERA, as we mentioned at the top of the inning. 0-2 count to Beauclerk. That one misses inside for a ball.
Strike 3!
And struck him out with a slider. That's Beauclerk retired. Rapidly rethinking his decision to enter a baseball career. May not see too many more seasons from Beauclerk. 0.33 is his batting average so far this year. Halfway point. Hung Cho Lee coming up to the plate, the left-hander. Left-handed batter. Shortstop. Delarovere with the pitch. Swing and a miss from Lee, and that's going to be good for strike 1. 0-1 count. Delarovere winds up, pitch, slider goes low. That'll be ball 1. 1-1 count with 1 out. Here comes the pitch. Lee bounces that one foul. Checo puts down the sign. This one goes into the dirt. Ball 2. Delarovere winds up, delivers. Ball 3 goes low. That'll bring the count full. Cho Lee showing his patience here. There's a chopper to second. An easy play over to first. As Marriott tags base, and Lee's retired. Torkel Campbell now up for Wellington. 2 out. Delarovere winds up, delivers. That'll be low for ball 1. Here's the pitch from Delarovere, strike 1. Campbell chops the next pitch over to third base. An easy 6-3 hit out. And that retires Wellington to the top of the 9th. We're going to move into the bottom of the 9th. Christchurch bringing up Pacheco, Matsumoto, and Weihei. Very dangerous middle part of their lineup. Charles Lennox still pitching for Wellington. He's not really been impressing too many people so far this year. As said at the the bottom of the 8th, he does have a pretty good low ERA. Not a lot of strikeouts, getting more walks than strikeouts. So we'll see what he's able to produce here, if he's able to grab the next save. It is still a save situation. Pacheco leading off for the Christchurch Christians. Lennox winds up. The pitch swings, and that one's fouled off to left field. So left field stands. And the next pitch fouled behind the plate. Pacheco really looking for any bit of contact, looking for any bit of grass that he can hit that ball to. 0-2 count. Pitch goes high and inside. That'll be ball 1. Lennox serves it up. Pacheco, chopper over to third base. Easily played over to first. And he's the first one down. Asato Matsumoto coming up to bat. Second position, second in this inning. So far, a strikeout and a walk from Matsumoto. And the first pitch goes high and inside for a ball. Lennox serves up the next pitch. Fastball misses low. 2-0 is the count. 2-0 pitch to Matsumoto. That's a strike, chest high. Dangerous area to swing, to pitch the ball to Matsumoto. He does tend to knock them out of the field from there. And this one swung on and missed, strike 2. Fooled him with an off-speed 69 mile an hour changeup. Lennox serves up the 2-2 pitch, and that one's fouled off behind home
Strike 3!
Matsumoto goes down swinging. Two down. And that'll bring up Weehee. Possibly to close out the 9th inning here. Let's see what the Christians can do. This could be their final out. Swung on and popped down the left field line. Bourbon charges in, but he won't get there. That's into the stands for a foul ball. 0-1 is the count. Lennox serving up the next pitch. Very high. That one almost went over the catcher Beauclerc's head, but he managed to grab it. 1-1 count now. Chopper to second, fielded to first, and that's the game as Douglas Hamilton puts the grab on the throw from David Lindsay. So we have a final of 4-1. Wellington finally splitting this series with division leading Christchurch. Actually producing some offense today, all from the top of the order. Four runs from Lee, Campbell, Kerr, and D'Argent. They managed to bring their record to 12-12. Christchurch will be dropping 16-8. Not dropping very far. That's still a very good record. And that's it for this game. We'll be moving on to the All-Star game shortly. Thanks for watching as the Wellington Dukes visiting the Christchurch Christians win 4-1. That's been Bull Oceanic League baseball. This Tuesday, November 8th, 2016, we'll be back on our next broadcast with the Oceanic League All-Star game with Australia hosting New Zealand. Thanks for watching.